elect fall, they still gotta deal with whatever consequence they had to deal with for that wrong, man. You know. But the elect are justified. The elect of Yahawashi, Yahawashi, we're justified, man. Lord will, I'm part of that number, man. Let me go ahead and finish Malachi 3 and 5 where I left off. It says, and I will come near to you to judgment, and I will be a swift witness against the sorcerers, and against the adulterers, and against false swearers, and against those that oppress the hireling in his wages, the widow and the fatherless, and that turn aside the stranger from his right. And fear not me, saith the Lord of hosts. For I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. See? The sons of Jacob, which Jacob's name was changed to Yasha'Allah, which means he is a prince of power. So the sons of Israel are not going to be consumed, because not all Israel is Israel. So the elect are going to be the ones that are going to have that name given to them. All right? You know, like me, it's like Yahweh's Lord will. You know, when we do certain prayers or certain, like in the Passover, you know, we call out our name in the tribe. You know, as Yabatazah Ban Yashashkar, or Yabatazah Ban Yasha'Allah. You know, and that means that, you know, my name Yabatazah, son Ban, son Yasha'Allah. He is a prince of power. You know, Lord will. So the Lord is gonna pay back these individual people, man. Esau is the main one, man. The border of wickedness. And that's the thing that he's afraid of, man. He's afraid of that judgment. Now, I finished that one in Sirach 16 and 17. Let me go back and finish this one up. And 2nd Ezra 16 and 66. What will you do, or how will you hide your sins before the Most High and his angels? Behold, God himself is a judge. Fear him. Leave off from your sins. Right. It's like, it's not about fearing us men that are on the highways and the edges. It's about fearing the message, man. It's about fearing what's being said out of this book. But on the same token, you are going to fear us. You're going to have respect and honor. Because without respect, without fear, you can't respect somebody. They go hand in hand, man. All right. It says, behold, God, Yahweh himself is a judge. Fear him. Leave off from your sins and forget your iniquities, to meddle no more with them forever. So shall the Most High lead you forth and deliver you from all trouble. Right. Again, you know, simultaneously it's going to be destruction and it's going to be salvation that's going to be played here on the earth. All right. Okay. We'll go to the book of Zechariah, chapter 5. So Zechariah chapter 5, verse 1. It says, Then I turned, and I lift up mine eyes, and looked, and behold, a flying rope. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying rope. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. All right, that flying rope is a chariot, what the so-called white man calls UFOs, man. So the prophet Zechariah was witnessing something in the heavens, man, that resembled a rod, like a robe, man. All right, like a robe that's rolled up. Because them chariots, they come in different forms, man. They're not just one style, man. You know, it's like Esau has these different vehicles. You got trucks, you got SUVs, you got little micro mini cars and things of that nature, Corvettes. You got motorcycles that got 3 wheels, 2 wheels. So Yahawashi has different vehicles, man, that are in different shapes. So Zechariah, you know, that's what he was witnessing, man. It says, verse 3, Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. So the chariots, also known as the UFOs, those are a curse upon the face of the earth. But they're only a curse to who? To the heathens, man. To our oppressors. To the so-called white man. To the Japanese, Chinese, Ishmaelites, the Arabs. It's a curse to them upon the face of the earth. Because that's who they're going to come to destroy. Unrighteousness, wickedness, man. Okay? And that's where the Most High, they're like plagues, man. They're like plagues, and they're going to destroy people. You see? It says, for everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it. And everyone that sweareth shall be cut off, as on that side according to it. Same thing that I read in Malachi chapter 3, man. It said the same thing. You know? Said the same thing about these different individual people. And I will, Malachi 3 and 5, and I will come near unto you with judgment, and I will be a swift witness. And I will be a swift witness against the sorcerers, and against the adulterers, and against false swearers, and against those that oppress the hireling in his wages, the widow, the fatherless, and to turn aside to the stranger from his right, and fear not me, saith the Lord of hosts. Right. So that's what the Most High is going to use, man. That's one of the, like I said in the very beginning of the lesson, that's one of the instruments that Yahawashi is going to use to annihilate you 2/3, man. To destroy the wickedness on the face of the earth. All right? Those, what they call UFOs, man, the chariots of the Most High. All right? That's what he's going to use. That's the instrument that he's going to use in the last days, man. To start zapping you people up. All right? It says, Zechariah 5 and 4, and I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name. Right? So that curse is going to be poured out on you from the spirit of Yahawashi and the angels, man. Okay? Meaning that your whole existence is cursed, man. From that point on, man. It's like America, from the root of America all the way up. It's cursed, man. It's rot. It's been defiled with blood. Okay? That's why they got the scripture. They got several scriptures. But I'm going to bring out one. This is Nahum 3 and 1. It says, woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. So this land is full of lies and blood, man. Lies and robbery. Okay? It says, woe to the bloody city. And what is that bloody city? America, man. Why? Because all the bloodshed that was poured here on the earth, on this side of the world, man, there it went with the Native American Indians, the indigenous people of the land. And then soon after that, they brought the Negroes over here to what? Put them through hard bondage, man, hardcore slavery. Fed the babies to alligators. They used the babies as alligator bait. All right? That's what I'm out here for, man. I'm out here for my people, man, for the Negro, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Okay? It says, it is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. All right? I'm going to jump down to, I'm going to go to Numbers. Because the prey depart not. Who's the prey? We are the prey. And we're not going to depart. We can't go anywhere. So we got to wait for what? Our salvation from up on high, man. All right? This is Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein you are. For blood it defileth the land. And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. That's plain. So that curse, those chariots are going to be a curse to those that are wicked, man, that are unrighteous, that are oppressors, all right, that are on the left-hand side of wickedness, man. Edomites, all right, all you other nations, you 2/3 Negro, Latinos, and Native American Indians that don't want to get right, that work sorcery, that indulge, that mingle with witchcraft. A lot of you Latin tribes, man, y'all are wicked as hell, man. You Latin tribes, man, you Northern Kingdom. Y'all are wicked, man. The scriptures say, Ephraim is given to idols, leave him alone, you know? So, brothers in the truth, man, you know, yeah, we got to persuade the gangsters, things of that nature, but a lot of Issacharites, man, the Northern tribes, man, they're given to idols, man. The Most High is going to, what I was taught, is that the Lord is going to be waking them up when a lot of shit's going on, when the martial law is implementing things of that nature, you know. But we're still gonna edify and still speak. But you know, I'm just speaking about how wicked the northern tribe is, man. You Mexicans, all right? Mexican tribes, you Puerto Ricans, okay, all the way down, you know. But yeah, man, you know, say the Lord is gonna send a curse into you, man. Zechariah chapter 5, verse 4. I'm gonna read it again. And I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name. And it shall remain in the midst of that of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof, and the stones thereof, man. Right, so you're gonna be plagued with the in your mind, man. You know, these spirits, they can destroy you physically, man. You know, but they can also destroy you in the mind, man. Let me get that one. Unless the Lord is, at least the Lord's with you, man. You ain't gonna recover from that. So that's why it's important to continue to push, man. To continue to push, and fight against the flesh, fight against your mind. To escape that, man. Okay. This is Sirach chapter 25, verse 13. It says, "Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman." What I'm focusing on is give me any plague but the plague of the mind. Because like I said, and what the scriptures say too, is that the Most High and the angels, that curse that they're gonna pour out, it's gonna destroy your mind, man. Bug you out. You know, different things can happen, man. Different spirits can hop into your mind to where it gets you going off in different ways. You know, it's just like that one account in the Kings. Let me go ahead and find it. With King Ahab and Jehoshaphat. Let me go ahead and get it real quick. Okay, and the reason I'm bringing this one out is because there was an account similar to that, because that plague, that spirit, went into the mind of those prophets. All right. Fine. Okay, it's Jehoshaphat. Right here. This is Second Chronicles. Second Chronicles chapter 18. And I'm gonna get to the points, man. Your brothers already know the stories, but if you want to read it for yourself, man, read it for yourself. It's a good story. Second Chronicles 18 and 17. And the king of Israel said to Jehoshaphat, "Did I not tell thee that he would not prophesy good unto me, but evil?" Right, because the prophet Micaiah, he was a man of the Lord, so he had to speak the truth, man. And King Ahab, he didn't like what he would hear coming out of the mouth of the prophet. All right, so he was telling Jehoshaphat was the king of Judah, telling him, see, did I not tell you that he would prophesy not good unto me, but evil? You see, he was telling them the truth, right, man? Because that's what we all want, man. We want a way to get away from slipping, man, from walking into our own destruction. That's what love is, man. So Micaiah was showing that guy love, but he wasn't happy. He was like a spoiled ass kid. He didn't hear what he wanted to hear. You know. It says again. He said, "Therefore, hear the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting upon his throne, and all the host of heaven standing on his right hand and on his left." So you had the good angels and you had the bad angels. All right. I'm talking about the angels that you know, that work, you know, evil, man, you know. It says, and the Lord said, who shall entice Ahab, king of Israel, and he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one spake, saying after this manner, and another saying after that manner. And there came out a spirit and stood before the Lord, and said, I will entice him. And the Lord said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go out and be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. So there you go, man. So that plagued his mind. That plagued those so-called prophets of King Ahab, their minds, and it trickled down to him. You know, so that's like one example of how the angels work, man. They'll fuck up your mind, man. You know, if you ain't in good standing of Yahawashi, those spirits of vengeance are gonna lead you to your death, or they're gonna destroy your mind, man. Those demons and things of that nature, man. You know, the chariots of the Lord, man, are real, man. Okay. I'm gonna finish it up. 2 Chronicles 18 and 21. And he said, I will go out and be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And the Lord said, thou shalt entice him, and thou shalt also prevail. Go out and do even so. So that's exactly what happened, man. Like I said, you can read the account and continue, you know, understanding the story more for your own self. But that's what it is, man. That curse of the curse is gonna go upon the face of the earth, which is the chariots, man. They're dreadful, man. This is I'm gonna go ahead and bring it one more time. Zechariah chapter 5, verse 3. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. Right, so it's a curse unto those that are wicked, man. All right, Yahawashi is not a blessing to those that are wicked. You see? But right now they may think that the Lord's with them on their side because they're prospering, you know, and you know, getting away with shit, and being put in high places, and you know, nothing can touch them and things of that nature. Hey, but the Lord is letting you get prouder, man, because before, what is it? Destruction coming before pride. You know, or pride coming before destruction. You know, let me get this one. This is Psalms 73 and 7. And they say, how doth God know? And is there knowledge in the Most High? Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. Right, so the Lord is allowing you to continue with that pride to where he's going to destroy you, man. All right? But like I said, you may think you're getting away scot-free, and the Lord's on your side, and all this other BS. But really, the Lord's against you, man. All right? This is Proverbs 16 and 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Right. So that's what it is. This is 1 Peter chapter 3. 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 12. For the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, and his ears are open unto their prayers, but the face of the Lord is against them that do evil. Right. So the Lord is against those that do evil, man. His eyes ain't on you, looking at you, looking after you, man. You know, watching your back. You know, he's got his face against you, to where you're an enemy, man. You know. But there's many stories, man. Like I said, one of the main ones is in Ezekiel chapter 1. You know, that breaks. You know, it's obvious that what Ezekiel was witnessing was a mothership, man. Was a chariot. You know, but people try to break it down and say it was this and that, when it's because they don't want to go that route. You know, they don't want to know that those things that are up there, that they're their enemy, man. You know, but we know the elect The ones that have the understanding of the scriptures, we know that those are the instruments of Yahawashi, and they're here to protect us, the elect. All right, this is Revelation chapter 12 and 11 and 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. All right, and that's what's going to happen, man. In the twinkling of an eye, we're going to be caught up in the heavens right before this place is nuked, man. It's going to be put made of a lake of fire, man, here on America, man. Okay, we'll continue to read Revelations 11 and 13. And the same hour was there a great earthquake, and a 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted, and gave glory to the Most High of heaven. Right, so that earthquake that's going to happen after that twinkling of an eye is going to be that thermonuclear destruction, man. That which is going to cause the earth to reel to and fro. All right. Give me a second, let me find it. This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse Isaiah 24 and 19. The earth is utterly broken down, the earth is clean dissolved, the earth is moved exceedingly. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. Right, so the earth is going to rock to and fro, man, from when the missiles hit the earth. Okay, like a drunkard, staggering, unbalanced. It's going to knock itself off at the axis, man. You see? It says, read it again, Isaiah 24 and 20. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and shall not rise again. Right, so like I said, when the Third World War occurs, them ICBM missiles are shot over here. It's gonna cause the earth to rock to and fro, man. It's gonna shake the earth, man.
You bet you can.
Okay. Right, and then like I was saying, man, like the earth is gonna be affected, man. Them ICBM missiles, they're gonna use them, man. But we're gonna be taken up into the heavens right before that occurs. All right. This is I'm gonna go into Zechariah. Zechariah chapter 14 verse 12. It says, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. And it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from the Lord shall be among them, and they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor. Right. So that's what's gonna happen before the thermonuclear destruction comes. All right. It says, and Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together, gold and silver, and apparel in great abundance. Right. So we're gonna reap everything that these heathens, these Edomites, have that are of great value, and we're gonna take them to ourselves. We're gonna take back all the gold, the silver. All right. And so shall be the plague of the horse, of the mule, of the camel, and of the ass, and of all the beasts that shall be in these tents, as this plague. All right. And it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King and the Lord of hosts, and to keep the feast of tabernacles. Right. So when we're established in righteousness, when Yasha Allah were put back as rulers of the earth and in the universe, you know, we're gonna continue to glorify and honor Yahawashi Yahawashi and continue to teach and to learn. And we're gonna continue to rehearse the righteous acts, man, the high holy days. All right. But the plague, that's the plague that's gonna be sent upon the earth, man. Thermonuclear destruction, fire, man. And those that are that don't have that blood on them, which is Yahawashi, they're gonna be caught out here, man, and slain. So the Lord said, the slain of the Lord shall be many. Okay. But basically, that's all I really got to say, brothers. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're almost on our way out, man. You know, the time of Jacob's trouble is here, and it's just gonna get worse from here on out. But we gotta continue to push the word. You know, continue to stay strong, continue to fight off these demons, these spirits that keep messing with us. You know, whenever you're by yourself, Akim, you know, don't you brothers out there that are by yourself preaching the word. Know this, man. Know that you ain't the only one, man. Know that you got other brothers that are out there by themselves, and that should encourage you to keep pushing. It encouraged me when I see you brothers out there pushing. You know, just keep fighting, man. Keep your head up. Keep watching the heavens, man. And because your redemption draweth nigh. We'll go ahead and get that one in Luke. This is Luke chapter 21 and 27. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory, man. Right? So we know, we don't really have to see it physically. We know that our big brother's coming. We know he's on his way. We have faith. Why? Because he said so. You know? It's just like, you know, here on the earth, a dad tell his son or daughter, hey, I'm going to pick you up on this day and this time. And that kid's like, you know, oh, my dad's going to pick me up. I can't wait. And the dad never shows up. The Lord ain't that way, man. The Lord is a man of his word. You know? The Lord is a man of his word. So we have faith. That's what faith is, man. We know he's on his way, man. We see the signs. He gave us signs on how to measure the times, man. Going back to 2 Ezra chapter 9. It says, Luke 21 and 27. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. There goes that word cloud again, talking about the mothership, man, the chariots. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. Our salvation, man, our deliverance. What is Yahawashi, man? When you break down that word, he is salvation. You know, he is our deliverer, man. And he's only going to deliver who? The elect, man. The Negro, Latino, Native American, Indian, man. Women and children, man. The elect, the chosen. But like I said, brothers, you know, I want to go ahead and leave it with that. I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahawashi Yahawashi. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Much love and respect to you brothers out there doing the work. Sincerity and truth. Keep striving. Keep pushing, man. You know, it's only going to get harder. But keep fighting, man. Keep pushing. You know, it's bodily. This is a godly exercise, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to push. You know, so and go from level to level, man, in that pain. You know, because we're always going to have pain on this side. But we continue to excel in that pain, man. Lord will. You know, he'll see us through that, man. You know, it's like when the hour of temptation comes, you know, that's going to be a time where we ain't really faced it. So we got to have that endurance, man. We got to have that mentality, you know, that stamina, the spirit, ultimately, man. All right, but I want to leave it with that. Say death to America. Death to you 2/3 Negro, Latinos, Native American Indians. Death to America. All right, Shalom.